In 1936, John H. Harris, who owned the Duquesne Gardens Sports Arena in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, hired Norwegian skater and film star Sonja Henie to perform during hockey games. When her performances started getting popular, Harris believed that more crowds would want to go see shows focused entirely on ice skating. Then in 1940, he met with members of the Arena Managers Association in Hershey to come up with an idea for an ice show that could play in theaters from New York to Ohio. This show would later become a series of shows known as the Icecapades. Now, why the heck am I telling you all this?
Because I needed to teach you something, and this is the best I can get from Wikipedia. So, going into this video, I knew next to nothing about the Icecapades. I knew there was some kind of ice shows, but that's about it. I only even know the name Icecapades because of two things. One is a joke from Animaniacs.
If you can't say something nice, you're probably at the Icecapades.
The other is the video we're going to be talking about today. A video that's quite possibly the strangest and most obscure footnote in the history of the Mario franchise. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Super Mario Bros. On Ice.
Some of you probably know about this already, but chances are you don't know the whole story. In celebration of the Icecapades' 50th anniversary, they toured a series of shows with segments that featured Olympic medalist Elizabeth Manley, and performances based on licensed properties, including Barbie and, of course, Super Mario Bros. Then one of the shows aired as a TV special on ABC in December 1989, hosted by Jason Bateman and Alyssa Milano. At the time, Milano was known for her roles in Who's the Boss and Commando, and later starred in the Double Dragon movie. Because I guess her agent hated her. Bateman was known for his roles in Little House on the Prairie and The Hogan Family, but you might recognize him nowadays as Michael Bluth from Arrested Development or the Fox from Zootopia. I'm just glad they went with celebrities that would go on to preserve innocent careers, instead of somebody like Bill Cosby. Although that might be slightly humorous.
We're gonna play Nintendo, you see. We're gonna take the little controller Badookie and you're gonna put the little boop button like that. And you're gonna take the little controller paper and you stick it in the box, go beep pop, and you close it up, and then you put the little beep in the pop, and the boop boop boop, and the little screen go boop, 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 ah. I'm thirsty.
Okay, before we get settled, I just want to stress that this is very likely gonna be taken out of context. I haven't seen the whole show, I couldn't find the whole show on YouTube, so I'm only focusing on the Mario portion. It's only 6 minutes long, but I've got a feeling this is gonna get weird.
The segment begins with Jason and Alyssa wearing extremely gaudy-looking sweaters, and Jason's freaking out about something. I don't know, maybe Alyssa's just showing too much shoulder.
Oh, I'm all keyed up. I need a sword somewhere to let it all out.
Did he just say he needs a sword? With the quality of the video, it's hard to tell what anyone's saying, but I'm pretty sure he said he needs a sword. Well, for whatever reason he actually does need one, I'm sure there's at least a Mighty Magisword for it. Anyway, they approach these other people in ugly 80s clothing huddled around a TV playing Super Mario Bros. On the NES, including John Hughes apparently.
You've never played video games? It doesn't matter. You've never played video games until you played video games with the video prince.
The video prince? Dude, if you were really an expert on video games, you would not give yourself a nickname that stupid. Now, if you went around calling yourself the Wizard, I would totally buy it.
Jason and Alyssa are given a chance to play, and somehow the game manages to play itself, because we see that Jason put the controller down at some point, and Alyssa isn't shown to be holding it. But while they watch the action on screen, Jason gives a pretty good summary on the game's plot.
Now, we are in the Mushroom Kingdom, and we have to rescue Princess Toadstool from Bowser, the dastardly king of the Koopas.
Huh, maybe he really is the video prince. He seems to know his stuff pretty well, although he mistakenly calls Goombas Koopa Troopas, so I still have some doubt.
You see those things in our way, right there? Those are the Koopa Troopas.
And who is that guy screaming in the background? Did one of Gloria Estefan's backup singers get lost at the concession stand? But then this happens.
What's that? Oh no, it's a computer virus.
A computer virus? You know the Nintendo Entertainment System isn't a computer, right? I mean, I don't know that much about electronics, but even I know that these two are completely different from each other. I guess the TV it's hooked up to kind of looks like a computer monitor, but that's really stretching it.
So what exactly is this computer virus gonna do?
It'll release all the evil forces stored up in the computer.
That's not how it works.
Who could have done such a dastardly thing?
Well, I picked a bad day to still be alive, didn't I?
That's right, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. This is our King Koopa, played by Christopher Hewitt, best known for his role as Mr. Belvedere. You don't need to know what that is, since I'm just going to assume you don't know anyway, but that's why Alyssa makes this joke.
King Koopa? Hey man, that looks like Mr. Belvedere.
Well, at least the costume he's wearing is less nightmare-inducing than the one used in King Koopa's cool cartoons. Shudder, shudder.
Don't you adore chaos? No!
Oh, sounds like Jason Bateman turned into Mark Wahlberg for a second there.
What? No!
Now, in case you haven't been following up to this point, the NES somehow gets infected with a computer virus, and that's gonna release all the bad guys from inside the game.
No!
I'm gonna guess and say that was the first take.
One little fly in the ointment. One little bug in the cold cream jar.
What is he even talking about here? I know the phrase fly in the ointment means a minor irritation that spoils the success or enjoyment of something, but what does bug in the cold cream jar mean? Hey, kid, do you know? I guess not. So after that, we finally cut to the ice rink where we see Koopa giving his minions orders.
Koopa Troopers, attack the memory. Camarada, erase the database. Koopa Paratrooper, do a hard time and a hard drive.
They're still claiming the NES is a computer, huh? Wait, so did Koopa create the virus? Is he the virus? Let's see if this random musical number explains anything.
I am a rude, hearty dude, mean as I can be. Oh yes, don't mess around with me.
Okay, we're not at bad rap levels of bad, but this is pretty close. And you're seeing this, right? Koopa's just riding around the rink on a castle-shaped car, probably because he can't skate. These kids look like they don't know if they're supposed to be having fun, and the dad looks like he's enjoying it more than they are. Then you have this lady who's probably thinking, whose baby is this? At this point, any attempt at making sense of this story is completely meaningless.
To be fair, the set does look pretty cool. I like how the stairs are made to look like bricks and platforms from the original game, and the backdrops are nicely painted, accurately replicating the 8-bit art style. I wish I could praise the costumes though. The Goombas look okay, but the Hammer Brothers look totally wasted, and what's going on with the Koopa Troopa? I don't think the costumers put the eyes on the right way. I just hope that Princess Toadstool's costume looks better than this.
What the do? What the do? The Koopa virus is on the loose. And you know
There I go, giving this show too much credit again. I would be questioning why the human character looks more like a reptile than Koopa, who's supposed to be an actual reptile. But what I really want to know is why she sounds like she's from New Orleans.
the Koopa virus is on the loose. And you know how painful that can be. Oh.
Why is everybody laughing? What was the joke? She said something that Alyssa said earlier, so how is that funny? Look, she fired the entire Toad Brigade and replaced them with a bunch of kids in plumbers' outfits.
You know, I love a man in uniform.
You're going to jail. So they have to wipe out the computer virus. Who are they gonna call for? An engineer? A programmer? Geek Squad?
Plumbers.
Okay, that works too. But where are these plumbers you speak of?
Why don't you drop in and sing us sometime?
Why did I just do that? because it makes as much sense as anything else in this video.
So much for making an entrance. You'd think for an ice skating show they'd actually skate into the rink, but nah, let's just have them descend from the ceiling on wires. That's what you want to see in an ice show, right?
I see ice down there. Yeah, you might make a crash landing.
In fact, now that I think about it, there really isn't a whole lot of skating in the show in general. We had Koopa riding around on that castle on wheels, and Princess Toadstool just kinda stands here waving her arms around like she's doing an interpretive dance.
Diarrhea flows like a river.
This whole thing is like if you took a mindless character show at a local county fair and just put it on ice. No real spectacle or logic, just something to keep the kids invested for a couple minutes. So, how are Mario and Luigi gonna stop Koopa's minions? Are they gonna chase him away, kick him out of the ring?
Or just blow them to smithereens.
Oh my god, I take back what I said about there being no spectacle. And I don't know if you noticed, but the enemies don't just explode, they straight up disappear. That's a pretty impressive effect, and I'm curious to know if it was done live or if it was edited for TV. Luigi, don't ever look at me that way again. So, after all of Koopa's minions are defeated, he decides to take care of things himself with a Spiny at his side.
King Koopa, you a chicken. Get yourself a new chicken, Koopa.
Still not funny. All the plumber's helpers point their wrenches up at Koopa, and that somehow magically causes him to explode. I don't know why Luigi couldn't just use that bazooka of his to finish him off, but I guess they wanted the kids to get involved. So there's your life lesson, everybody. If your computer has some viruses, even if it isn't a computer, use your magical powers to blow them up. And behold, the plumber's helpers are kidnapping children, perhaps with the intention to convert them to their magic-wielding cult. And they clearly don't want to be there, but at least one kid looks like they're having fun, while this girl's just, well...
This is a sign of confused bewilderment, like
So the day is saved, and Mario and Luigi are rewarded with purple plungers, which I guess is like the Purple Heart for plumbers? Mario really shouldn't be revered for his hard work though, because he didn't do anything since he first got here. Normally Luigi is the one that wins by doing absolutely nothing, but this time he's the one that does all the work.
But I could not have done it without his brother.
You didn't do anything, you creepily faced abomination.
Okay, that's it. I win by default.
Hold the proverbial phone. Was Alyssa controlling this the whole time? Is that why Luigi does all the work? Because they were playing as him in the opening? Was the whole show running on the NES hardware? Was this just a game within the game? Is it a bootleg cartridge or a system hack? Was this portion of the Ice Capade show written on a McDonald's napkin? Most likely. That explains all the gross stuff.
So, yeah, Super Mario Bros. On ice doesn't make any sense whatsoever, but I really can't complain about the quality of the performance too much because it's only a small portion of a much longer show, and it's purely meant for kids to enjoy for a short while.
I'm usually very willing to give something a pass if it's not doing anything wrong or offensive, and I'll do the same for this video. But the Mario Ice Capade show is undeniably very strange. While the set design and special effects are impressive, the choreography is practically non-existent, the costumes are bizarre, the actors have as much subtlety as Eddie Redmayne in Jupiter Ascending, and overall, it just feels like a lame cash grab made for the sole purpose of banking off the Mario series' popularity. But is it the worst thing to happen in the franchise's history? Not by a long shot. Hating the Ice Capade show would be like hating the Super Mario Bros. Super Show. It's clearly a relic of its time, and there's certainly a lot to make fun of it for, but it's also just a harmless kids show. And in the same way I personally feel about the show, Mario at the Ice Capades is one of my biggest guilty pleasures. I relish its cheapness and ugliness, and if you love this kind of stuff like me, go check it out. Whether it scars you for life or tickles your funny bone, you're bound to respond to it in one way or the other.
To reiterate, this isn't the worst Mario-related thing I've seen. There might be something out there that's far worse, but I've yet to figure out what it is. If only I knew where to look. Oh well, Summer of Mario's almost over, everybody, so I'll see you guys next time with the last video. Until then, this is Mark, aka me, bidding you all a smashing farewell. Huh. I guess I must have left this dramatically convenient pile of DVDs on the floor. Well, guess I better put them away. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got robots. That's a thing, I guess. Alright, next is everyone's favorite X-Men movie, X-Men Origins Wolverine. I'll put you over there. What else we got? Oh, I got Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Really quite like that one. I'll put that there. Here's that unlicensed Yu-Gi-Oh! Instructional DVD I was supposed to may or may not do. I'll just put you there for now. Alright, next is... I knew I should have trusted the fungus.
I'm sorry I didn't listen to you. What am I doing? I'm kissing mushrooms. That's disgusting. Never mind. We'll do it again.